Capricorn, what's up, y'all? How you doing? Time for your July 2025 main monthly reading. July 2025 for Capricorn. So I do have an announcement to make. I'll make it as quick as possible. First, though, if you're in need of a personal reading, the information is in the description. The announcement is all week long, we're going to be running a 4th of July sale. And it's going to be a little bit different. This 4th of July sale is going to be $5 off the weekly live readings. So all week long, because you know you can pre-order a live reading all week, anytime, throughout the week. And then they're read in the order of which they come in every Saturday. And then after it ends that Saturday, then it starts over. Anything that comes in gets read the following Saturday. So all week long, the live readings are $20. $20 live readings from now until Saturday, July 5th. And it ends when the live stream ends July 5th. Okay? So, also don't forget to check out my new general readings. Those things are really hot right now. People are loving those. All the information is in the description. All right, y'all, let's jump into this. Let's see what's happening with your love interest. Person that you're interested in. Person taking up all that damn space in your head. The person that owns your mind. What's happening between Capricorn and their love interest universe, July 2025. Boom. Oh, 2 of Wands reversed. Looks like a decision being made to me. Page of Pentacles reversed. Okay, yeah, see, 10 of Cups reversed. Honestly, and the Empress reversed. Devil reversed too. Well, it kind of looks like 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles both reversed. Empress reversed. Looks kind of like you're just making the decision to quit putting so much energy into this. I don't know how long this has been stringing on. I don't know. Maybe for some of you, you're dealing with somebody that's been leading you on or what. But, it just kind of feels like you're getting to a point where you're just not really wanting to put in the energy into this. Keep getting your hopes up and then letting down. And then getting your hopes up and getting let down. And it just kind of feels like you're getting kind of tired of it, honestly. It kind of does. So, okay. Well, it could be a fellow Capricorn for some of you. I also have Taurus here. But it could be anybody. Those are just energies. Let's see how they feel about you. How's this person feel about Capricorn? What's their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? What's this person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Page of Swords. There was a shitload of pages in that last spread, too. The pages are the most immature characters in the tarot. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It can be, but they're just not mature. The pages are the least mature. The knights are kind of like the adolescents, and then the kings and queens are the mature adults who mean business, So it's almost like the pages are almost kind of like the little kids, energetically and mentally and emotionally and whatnot. So, 10 of Pentacles, though. Man, I think this person got feelings for you, though. But they also got feelings for a past person, too. With the 6 of Cups reversed here. And another page there. What's going... Yeah, there's a lot of past energy in here. A whole lot. Are they on and off with somebody by chance? Or maybe for some of you, they're lying about their relationship status. I've been in a few situations like that where, goddamn, all the pages coming out, man. This person immature as shit, dude. This person immature as shit. But I've been in situations like that where, you know, you start talking to somebody, you know, and we talking, and it really seems like this is going somewhere. And, you know, just broke up with the person I was dating a couple months ago, and this and that. And then, you know, communication starts getting funny, and then you just find out that they've still been talking to the person the whole fucking time, you know? That type of shit, that's kind of what this feels like. Kind of what this feels like. So it's like they do have an interest in you, but there's somebody else in the picture here. 100% somebody else in the picture. So the only queen is in the reverse. This person's immature as shit, dude. Somebody else in the picture. Let's grab the advice on this. What's the advice? Temperance. Emperor. Ooh, you know what? You know what? You know what? So this is saying this person isn't worth the nervousness, the anxiety, and the drama. Not worth it. Okay, don't trip over this person. Like, they're literally not worth it. Normally, I try to avoid saying things like that, you know, because to a very large extent, whether or not something is worth it, well, that's your opinion. I can't tell you what's worth it to you, you know? So I normally try to avoid saying things like that. But this right here, man, I'm going to tell you what. This is saying if you can just be patient and relax while you go through this little period of things being kind of shitty and seeming like things are not working out for you. So let me just put it to you like this. In life in general, and especially if you're actually on a manifestation path, but whether you're manifesting consciously or not, you're always manifesting. But before things get really good, there's gonna be a real shitty period. Always. There's gonna be this real shitty period where it seems like everything's working against you. It seems like you're just wasting your time. It seems like nothing wants to work out in your favor. It's just this real shitty period where it's just like you just want to throw your hands in the air and give up on life. That's the universe clearing old shit out and blocking things from coming in because there's shit coming in that would blow your mind. Like, no, it's not time for anything to come in, especially that. No, I got something way better for you. It's just not ready yet. So the universe is tearing old shit away and preventing the wrong shit from coming in. Because you got some blessings waiting for you on the horizon. So don't let it turn into no drama. And definitely try not to lose no sleep over this. You know? I think this one here, though, is the most important one. I mean, you know, you can't always help that if you feel frustrated about something, okay? But don't let it turn into no drama. Don't let it turn into no fight. When somebody shows you their true colors, believe it and quit trying to repaint them. You know what I'm saying? That's we hurt ourselves with our own expectations. Instead of just looking at something and accepting it for what it really is, rather than trying to repaint it into what we want it to be, that could save us a lot of stress. So I think this is going to bleed into the next part of the reading too, because we're going to look and see what's due to come in next. What's due to come in next for Capricorn, universe? What's due to come in next? What's due to come in next, universe? Two of Swords reversed. Yeah, see, look, Queen of Cups. You're going through a little transformational period right now. Yeah, you're about to be starting a whole new cycle. You're going through a period of gestation and change right now. Okay? Starting a whole new cycle. So, like I said, you're just going through this little period, you know, of a rough transition. It happens. I get it. Totally get it, dude. 100%. You know, and sometimes it can stretch on for what just seems like will be a fucking eternity. But, you know, whenever, at some point down the line, one of the hardest things to do in life on the spiritual path, you know, manifestation path, is develop that relationship with the universe. You know, where do I draw the line between needing to put forth more work and effort versus fighting against the universe? See what I'm saying? Where do I draw that line? How do I make that distinction? That's what I think a lot of you are learning right now. You know, because there's a time and a place to work your ass off and put forth effort towards something. And then there's a time and a place to just step back and go with the flow and say, all right, then, universe, obviously you don't want me doing that. So you fucking do it then. I've tried everything. I've tried everything that I can. I've worked my ass off. You do it then. And then the universe gonna bless your ass with something beyond, better than what you imagined. Every time too, dude. Every time it's gonna be better than what you thought. Every time. Thank you, son of Sammy Davis, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. So, long-term, stable commitment, success beyond anything that you imagined. It's going to be better than you imagined. That's the thing about manifestation. When you develop that relationship with the universe, your manifestation is going to be better than you thought. That's what abundance means. It's going to be more than you originally thought. Every single thing I've ever manifested, by the time I manifested it, it manifested threefold, at least 3 times more than what I thought it would be. No matter what it is, no matter what area, aspect, facet, you know, whether it was financial or material or romantic, it was always at least threefold what I was picturing in my mind. Always. Every time. So, yeah, you're being prepared for a lot more than you've ever experienced before. A whole lot more. A whole lot. Okay, so let's see how it plays out for the first 60 days. For the first 60 days, how's it playing out? There will be no ambiguity in regards to feelings and intentions. None. And here's another thing too. You're probably going to get to a point where you're tested. Like you're going to be, but it's not even really going to seem like a test. You'll be bombarded with other options and opportunities. As soon as you get your blessings, then everybody's going to notice that. You're probably going to have love offers coming out the woodworks once you meet this person. All over the place. Right? Everybody's going to notice you. And that's the way the energy behaves. Everybody notices you when you're not looking for it. Those of you who bought my courses, you already know. So, yeah, it's going to take off quick. It's going to take off real quick. It's going to change your whole life, too. It's going to change your whole damn life. It's going to change your outlook. It's going to change you fundamentally. I know I say this a lot, but your friends and your family might have to get to know you all over again. You don't know how often I see that. How often I see people get on that path and they really start fucking manifesting abundance in all aspects of their life. And they say, I have a hard time connecting with my friends now. It's hard to hold conversations with my family. When I go to my family's house for Christmas, it's kind of weird. I don't know what to say to them. I'm like, you're vibrating at a different level now. You're a totally different person now. You have to be. You cannot create a new personal reality as the same personality. You literally have to become someone else, as Dr. Joe Dispenza says. And that's very fucking true. Very true. So, yeah, it's going to be very life-changing. 2 months into it, and your life is going to be totally different. Let's get some advice here. What's the advice? What's the advice? Don't fight that process. Don't fight that process. Don't cling to anything or anyone that is not growing with you. That's one of the leading causes of failure in general. Like manifestation failure, or again, you don't have to be manifesting on purpose. Anything that's manifesting in your life, one of the leading causes of failure is people trying to cling to people who aren't growing with them. When you start seeing a different personal reality and you start noticing that it's difficult to connect with the people who were a part of your old personal reality, and you fight to try to keep that person in your life, you're not going to drag them up the mountain with you. They're going to drag you down the mountain with them. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. You know how they always say that you lose most of your friends and family on the path to success? You know why they say that? Sometimes people get the wrong idea. They think that means, oh, I'm better than you now. No, that's not what it means. What it means is we're not a vibrational match anymore. We are so vibrationally distant that we can't even carry on a conversation with each other, is what it means. And you have to allow that process to happen. If you just step back and let go as you ascend up the mountain, people will be pulled out of your life by way of universal law. It's nothing to do with you thinking you're better than people. It's an immutable universal law. As you begin to change frequencies, the people who aren't changing with you will be pulled away from you. It's just a natural process of how it works. See what I'm saying? So I'm not saying go cut everybody out of your life. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying let go. And if the universe starts doing that for you, don't fight against it. See what I'm saying? Everybody is going to grow. Okay? At some point, we are all going to ascend up to the top of the mountain. It's just that here for the last 10 years or so, we've been in that weird place where few of us have started the process ahead of everybody else. You know, in comparison to the rest of the population, It's been a teeny little fraction of us that broke off and started doing it first. So there's going to be a lot of us who kind of go on a little bit of a solo journey for a while and break away from everybody while the rest of the population catches up. But everybody's going to catch up, okay? 20 years from now, we all going to be living in harmony. That's a promise. All right. Past person. Let's see what's happening in July between Capricorn and the person from the past. Remember, if you are not here inquiring about somebody that you dealt with in the past, this is not for you. My readings aren't designed for cross-watchers. If you cross-watch and it just so happens to resonate, cool, but that's not what it's designed for. My readings are laid out, only designed for the person who's looking into the situation. So, for those of you who came to this video because you're wondering about somebody from the past, let's see what's happening with you. Uh-oh. Codependency card jumped out first thing, man. Some of you dealt with a water sign, possibly. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Boom. Ten of Swords reversed. Okay. All right. Well, you're actually healing from this. So this is a little bit weird and a little bit confusing. We do have the Two of Swords, Ace of Cups here. So, and the Death reversed. So I am thinking that a reconnection is being considered, contemplated, thought about. I don't know who. Just to be honest with you, the way this hits me, looking at it directly, this does feel like the person that you're dealing with has been kind of contemplating whether or not to make a return, kind of, sort of. And they're waiting, wondering if they're going to hear from you. However, they're not waiting with open arms. They're waiting with their guard up. Some of you dealt with a Scorpio. I also have Leo, Taurus, and Sagittarius. And Aquarius just jumped out here. But it could be anybody. Those are just energies. Well, so I might have to pull an outcome spread. Because that Two of Swords, if there's any action in a spread, the Two of Swords or the Two of Wands is going to throw a monkey wrench in that. So, thank you, Angie, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see how the past person feels about Capricorn, universe. How do they feel about you? What are their energies and intentions? I do think they want to clear the air with you. I think so. Ha! Same card I just showed you. They're waiting with their guard up, ready for battle. Ooh, they are putting on one hell of a show for you. Oh, one hell of a show for you. Oh, they hope to God you're watching. They hope to God you're watching. Because they're putting on a show for you. Man, they want to make it look like they are on cloud motherfucking 9. Desperately in a hurry to try to find somebody new. Like they just having the time of their fucking life. No, they ain't. No, they ain't. No, they ain't. When are we going to get out of this? When are we going to grow out of this? I mean, I know that it's still relatively new. The age of being able to reach in your pocket and look at everybody else's business. You know, when are we going to grow out of being obsessed with what everyone thinks about the type of lifestyle that we're living? So much so that you'll just straight up lie, blowing smoke up everybody's ass, completely misleading everyone because you're so concerned about what everyone thinks about you. You know? When are we going to grow out of that? When are we going to all grow up and realize nobody gives a fuck what kind of lifestyle you're living? Nobody cares. Yeah, anybody gives a shit? No, they ain't worried about you. You know what they're worried about? They're worried about what everyone's thinking about them. Everybody thinks that everybody's focused on them. And everybody thinks that. But guess what? Nobody's focused on anybody. Everybody's focused on themselves. Anyway. Yeah. But they hope to God you're watching. And they're waiting. They're waiting. With their guard up. Child's play, dude. Childish shit, man. Childish ass bullshit. All right. Let's get the advice. Let's get the advice. What's the advice? Boom, boom. Hierophant. Six of Pentacles. Okay, well, I was wondering if that was going to come out like that again. So I've been having to tiptoe around advice a lot here in the last month or two, where I don't want to tell you what and what not to do, you know, because you got to tiptoe around that, man. You know, advice is delicate because at the end of the day, especially when it comes to people that you're dealing with, love, friends, family, you, excuse me, you shouldn't walk away from anyone for any reason other than you have assessed the situation and you've decided that walking away from that is what serves your highest good. If I tell you to walk away from someone and you just do it because you trust me, but deep inside you don't really understand why you should, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to you, you really would rather not, but you trust me, so you just do it anyways, that's not going to help you. That ain't going to help you. You know what's going to happen? You're just going to go through the same exact shit with the next person you meet. Because you didn't learn anything. So how are you going to avoid it next time if you didn't learn anything about it last time? You ain't going to. You're going to run right smack dab into it again, and you're going to keep going through it and going through it and going through it and going through it until you learn. It's that, dude, nobody's exempt from that. Ain't nobody exempt from that. Happens to all of us. You're better off repeating a toxic cycle. About that. Can you hear me? See me clearly? You're better off repeating a toxic cycle than blindly taking advice. I've been having to say that a lot here lately. You know what I think it is too? Because I've had to basically give that same speech to like 5 other signs this month and last month. I think what it is we're all being tested right now. We're all being tested, like tested. Because we're shifting right now. We're shifting. We're moving up. We're shifting into a new world. You can see it now, finally. It's not just hearsay. You ain't got to look very far to see the changes happening in the world right now. And we're making shifts and changes, and we're all being tested. And when you're tested, it's on you. When you're tested, it's on you. Advice? Well, not really a whole lot of advice you can be given for a test. Not a whole lot. What's your teacher going to tell you? We got a test. Well, is there any way you can help me? No. Have you studied? Have you been taking notes? You been studying? You been practicing? Or you been fucking off and playing around? You know what I'm saying? I think that's what we're all going through right now. So, all right, well, I feel like those were the messages that my Capricorn family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is down here in the description. And don't forget, we're running a 4th of July sale all week, y'all. So from now until Saturday, July 5th, the weekly live readings are $20, $5 off. Remember, you can pre-order a weekly live reading anytime throughout the week. You don't have to wait until we're live unless you want to. That's what most people prefer to do, but they're read in the order of which they come in throughout the week. So our next round of weekly live readings is going to be Saturday, July 5th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And all week long, $5 off. $20 for the weekly live readings. And it ends when the live stream ends Saturday. And then the price goes back to $25. So also don't forget about my new general readings. Them things are hot as shit right now, dude. Everybody's loving them things. It's blowing my mind. I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal, but it's a big deal now. So you can read up about everything in the description, y'all. I'm out of here. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.